The Knicks postgame show is presented by Tri-State Audi. Visit your Tri-State area Audi dealer today. The Knicks in Milwaukee able to prevail over the Bucks. Final count tonight, 116-107. Hi, everyone. I'm Bill Pito here live in Milwaukee. It's great to have you with us. If I told you, we already knew that Jalen Brunson was out, but if I told you no Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns would score only 14 points and the Knicks were down to their fourth-string point guard, you would probably say the Knicks are in trouble. Not the case. A tremendous team win tonight, beginning with DeLon Wright with his first start of the year, only his 8th game as a Knick, scores 10 of his 12 in the first quarter. Mikal Bridges goes for 26, 15 in the second quarter. Landry Shamet ties a season high with 13 points. Josh Hart is only 2 assists shy of yet another triple-double. Solid minutes from Tyler Kolek, and OG Anunoby steals the show with 31 points. 20 in the fourth quarter. That's his best fourth quarter ever. And we've talked about Anunoby, and Mike and Alan throughout the game talking about his offensive prowess here of late. He's now gone 11 of his last 14 games with at least 20. And he goes for 31 tonight. Again, 20 in the fourth quarter. Knicks were up by 19 in the fourth. They were up by 17 in the first half. They've now won a remarkable 69 games in a row in which they've had at least a 15-point lead. Bucks did cut it to 2 in the third quarter, but the Knicks then went on a run, and they prevailed 116-107. You look at all the numbers, perhaps one of the keys, points off turnovers. The Knicks with 26, and they also outboarded the Bucks by the count of 44-32. Now to the guys who called it, Mike and Alan. Great team win, fellas.
No question, Billy, and that's one of the fun parts of this as you wind down the season. Knicks are pretty much basically in the third spot, and that's probably not going to change, but you still see the hunger for them. And you never want an injury for any player, and especially when it's your best player and Jalen Brunson having a magnificent season. But sometimes good things can come out of that from a standpoint of players like Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, and others get a little extra confidence because now they have the ball in their hands a little bit more. And in the big picture, that can be a good thing come playoff time.
That is the confidence that you want to see a lot of times from players who might be the third or the fourth option, that now they elevate up to the second option. Can they carry it if you need them to? And they feel a little more empowered to do that out on the floor. And I think for OG Anunoby, that is something that we are seeing. But we saw it even before the injury to Jalen Brunson. I thought after the All-Star break, he had a little bit more in his game, a little more pop in his game, a little more aggressive, looking for opportunities in the offense, and it starts there. Mikal Bridges' first half as well, knowing the Knicks without – it was down to your fourth and fifth point guard. Somebody's got to run the offense, somebody's got to be the offense, and he was doing that. I think both wings in this game were impactful in each half, and then, of course, there's Josh Hart, who brought a lot of the energy that you're always expecting.
When Leon Rose made the trade at the deadline, sending Jericho Sims here to Milwaukee for DeLon Wright, didn't move the needle all that much, even though Wright has always been a good, solid pro. And then for him to come in and in a good game down the stretch and play so well in his first start where he's barely played as a Knick, it shows and can give the coaching staff trust in a big moment in the playoffs. Hey, I can put him in, and he's going to do a good job.
And, there might have been, some side-eye about starting him instead of Tyler Kolek. Why would he do that? This guy's new because he's a vet, and he's a pro, and he understands to start a game what it takes to bring it. And what he did was, I'm going to bring it on the offense. 2 of 3 he knocks down from three-point range in that first quarter. More importantly, 4 of 6 overall in that first quarter. He gave you 10 points. He gave you 3 rebounds, an assist, and also a steal. Yeah, a little bit of everything. So he's a guy that understood that I have a job to do, but I have to be aggressive. I have to put pressure on the defense. I just can't be a body out there on offense. And the way he set the tone, it is as if the Bucks now had to worry about him. And, of course, that opens it up for everybody else.
We talked about this during the telecast in that when you have a Jalen Brunson and a Karl Anthony Towns, those are 2 of the best scorers in the league. So the other players, there's a sacrifice. OG Anunoby would like more shots. Mikal Bridges would like more shots. Well, they've gotten the opportunity here, and they've taken full advantage because not only are they scoring, but they're doing it efficiently.
It's like when Wally's out, I get to talk more on the postgame show, right, with Bill, and that's the same thing. You get the opportunity to show what you can do, and I think that's obviously something that everybody wants that opportunity to show that they can have an impact. And, again, you mentioned with Anunoby, but also, as I mentioned with Bridges, 15 shots he took in the first half. For me, that shows you that he, is being aggressive. A lot of it was in the paint. A lot of it actually was at the rim, where he took 8 of the 15 shots were at the rim. And 4 of them. It turned into 8 points. But this is what you're used to seeing with him, is the speed in which he's playing with, the tempo. There was no dribbling the basketball and trying to find something offensively. This was all about tempo and speed and rhythm. And I felt like Mikal Bridges got into a great rhythm in the first half, also pacing the offense for the Knicks. So it was a team effort because he had the first half. Anunoby had the second half, or really mostly the fourth quarter. Everyone contributed in some way, and when you're heading into the playoffs, that's exactly what you're looking for.
Always great to do it on the road. The road can be grueling. That's evidenced by Bill Pito. He's on the road with us, and he's absolutely exhausted, yet he is able to fight through this and even go into the postgame like this. So, Bill, let's go back to you. Fine job on the road, Bill.
Mike, it's your fault. Too much food last night. I've still got a.
You can say no.
I know. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, when you want to know a great restaurant to go to in any town in America, you consult with Mike Breen, and if he invites you to go out to dinner, you say yes. Great to be with you guys here on the road. Tom Thibodeau's postgame comments are coming up as the Knicks prevail. Short-handed, didn't matter tonight. They beat Milwaukee. Final count here was 116-107.